doing on my 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse that I got. I'm going to be doing kind of like a small mini build on it. Basically, I got this car a few years ago and it had a blown motor, and I was driving a 97 GST Spider, and I decided to pull the motor out of it and kind of use it in this shell. This shell was really clean, it looked really nice, and I don't know, there's something about the car that I really liked. I drove all the way down to, I think it was somewhere out there past Royce City, close to Dallas, and picked it up. I think I paid like $1,000 for the shell, and it was all stock, nothing done to it. And I pulled the motor and everything out of mine, and I put it into this one, drove it around for a long time on a 16G, and then I ordered some parts off of a friend out in Tyler, and it turned out that they were the wrong parts. I ordered a manifold, and I wanted something with an external wastegate setup, and the manifold he sent me was external wastegate, but it was for a T3, not for a DSM flange on the turbo side. So I had a big old holset turbo laying around, and that kind of just triggered the build, and I parked it and took it all apart and then started putting it all, putting the new parts back on it. And I'll show y'all what's under the hood here in a second. And I ended up putting DSM Link V3 full, running speed density, urethane motor mounts, full 3-inch turbo back exhaust, holset turbo with a T3 manifold on an external wastegate, JGS wastegate, AEM adjustable fuel pressure regulator, 1,200 cc FIC injectors, big old front mount. You can probably see it down there at the bottom. The car was already lowered, so that was already done to it. It's got a ACT 6-puck racing clutch with the lightweight flywheel. What else does it have? It's got like an oil catch can, aluminum radiator with some slim fans on it. It's got a VC 272 cams, and just some other small stuff like all the gauges to monitor the car's vital signs on the inside, or the motor's vital signs on the inside. And I was driving it for a while, and then I decided to park it. And now that I'm not actually driving on the street, I kind of decided to make it like a track car. That's what I'm going to try to do to it. I'm going to be eliminating the air conditioning because it does work on the car. And I'm going to be eliminating the power steering, getting all that out of the way. And I'm actually going to be giving Richard the exhaust, or basically just the downpipe that's on my holset, because he's running the exact same one on his. I'm going to be giving him that because they're kind of a pain in the butt to make, and mine's already made. And I'm going to be doing mine. He bought a flange to make one, and he's going to be giving me that flange, and I'm going to be coming out probably through the top of the exhaust somewhere right here. I mean, to the hood with the exhaust at the top. And it's basically just going to be a track car. I'll probably change the wheel and tire setup on it, and I'm just going to try to go have fun with it at the track. I've never dynoed the car. It's running 30 pounds of boost. People have told me they estimated that know about these kind of stuff, maybe 450 and up, maybe 500 horses, depending on how good the tune is on it. And it has just an average tune, and I'm still trying to learn about that kind of stuff and try to get better at, you know, adjusting things with DSM Link. It's a little bit over my head, but regardless of that, let me pop the hood on it and I'll kind of show y'all what's under the hood. Alright, so basically that's my engine setup, and like I said, basically just everything that I talked about just a minute ago is what it has. And I'm going to be eliminating, like I said, the power steering and the AC on it, and we're going to be just giving it a little bit more non-streetable setup where I can run it at the track. So and basically this is just the rest of the car. As you can see, it's not really anything special, but I really like the car. I've had it for a really long time, and you can see some of the interior on it as well. It's a little dark, I know, but it's got some really nice little racing seats in it, and little screen. I'll probably take the screen out. Won't have any more need for it to listen to music or anything like that. But yeah, so stay tuned for this. I'm going to start working on it really soon, just because like I said, I'm going to be giving Richard my downpipe, and from there it's just going to be the excuse to start tearing it completely apart, taking the AC off, and trying to find a way to maybe either loop the power steering line, or I don't know if I'm going to depower the rack. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that yet. And then making the exhaust where it comes up through the hood. Besides that, the motor really doesn't need anything. The motor, once I finished the build on it, it was always fine. I really didn't need to mess with it whatsoever. I've had to do little things here and there. I did blow a transmission because it's running just a completely stock transmission, and I blew the transmission and I went to the junkyard in Dallas and I found one laying in the back of a GST for 75 bucks. Bought that, and now that's in it with some good fluids, and I'm just going to see how long that lasts, and then when it blows, then I'll probably go and get something a little bit more beefier. Either, get it built or see if I can find a good deal somewhere out there, because I'm all about the good deals. So anyways, that's basically the rundown on the car, and I'll be showing you some more videos of this particular build. It shouldn't be a long one. It should be shorter than Richard's, because Richard's still got a lot to go on his. So, till next